So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danans are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order. It's...
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel. My brother. He dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream! And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother! And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
Volkan, raise your way! Careful! It has some kind of camouflage! Go for the weak point!
I'm on it! Rising Phoenix! Sword Blade up! I'll smash you!
Dance in the wind!
This one's all mine!
I'll heal you all! Where are you going?
Watch this!
Here's a healing art! Here's a raging cascade!
Not today!
Ready to go! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
You're finished!
Ready to go!
Now I'm in the groove!
Will this help? Healing
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
Slash!
I'll heal you all!
Right! Infernal
Lightning
Torrent!
orb! Ow!
Sword Blade
Equal
Alpha!
healing art! Photon lightning condensed!
I've let you all down. You'll pay for that!
Hey, that... I'll bring you back from death to this!
Rising Phoenix!
Dance in the wind!
It's over!
Look, in here!
Swallow
Not in
Blade!
your dream!
Slash! Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade!
Raging cascade! Spread!
Take this! Rising Viper!
Cover the cascade!
Rising Phoenix! Here we go! Slash!
Shining
Swallow
Inferno!
Blade!
Raging cascade!
It's over!
In here!
Here we go again!
I'm on
Focus! Watch it!
Thunder field!
Now you see what I can do!
How's this? This one's mine!
Eat that! Eat it! Burn in hell! Here I come! You're finished!
Wind
Dragon
astral
Swarm!
energy! Raging cascade!
Try this! I really owe you
Here.
explosive ring! Watch it!
I'll be
Nothing
safe
gets
for
by
a
me.
Searing flame! A new lease on life.
You're mine! Severing wind! Storm! Searing gale!
Sweet now.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Here's a healing art.
Take this!
Ruin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Will this help?
You're
I'm on
finished.
it! Come and get it!
Ready!
Explosive ring!
Enemies incoming!
Severing wind!
Then we'll take them down! Feel! Lightning orb!
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Far enough!
I owe you one.
Raging cascade! Glacial spear!
Searing gale!
Evil! Dance in the wind! It's weakened! Air thrust!
This ends now!
Here's a healing art!
Explosive ring!
I never miss!
I owe you one.
I can carve through armor!
Let me help.
You're finished!
Talon Hurricane!
Try this!
You alright? Yeah, I'll be okay.
Leave the charges to me!
Denied!
More for the stockpile.
I owe you one.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
All good things come to an end.
Lyric Flame!
Lyric
Reveal!
Severing wind!
I'll be
You're
faithful
mine!
to it. Photon!
Lightning bolt!
I'll heal you all.
You're mine!
Thunderblade!
It's over!
Healing circle!
Severing wind! I owe you one.
Hurricane! Only getting back into the air!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Let them
Try
mark
this!
you. Where are you going?
Explosive ring! Burn!
I'm just getting armor won't save you!
You're mine!
Lightning orb!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Talon Hurricane! Almost there!
Oh, close enough. Take it away, Raw.
I thought you'd never ask.
Leave the charges to me!
By the power of water! That move! Dance in the wind!
Here comes a big one!
Seal! More for the stockpile!
Is this it? I owe you one.
Cascaded!
Dragon Swarm!
Talon Hurricane!
Blah, blah, blah!
Explosive ring!
Here, let me help! Stockpile!
I owe you one.
Watch this!
Steel force!
Astro
That's my cue! Let me help!
Shut him down.
Thank you!
Dragon Swarm!
Fury!
Try this!
Glacial Spear! Explosive ring! Dance for the win! Dragon Shell! This one's mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Nothing gets by me!
Let me help!
Not today!
Lightning condemned!
And more of this and I'll burn out.
Now dance for the win! Flame! Steel! I'll be saving this one! First aid!
Dragon Strike!
I'm all set!
First strike!
Do it! Shield!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship? Ridiculous. Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Mahak Sar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act, as the Lord of Elda Menancia. Go. To Mahak Sar, Ganeth Haros, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you alright with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream? What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans, and you're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Miguel entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
You all arrived here from Cyslodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
Hey, that actually came out pretty alright, don't you think?
Have you got... Checked your equipment lately?
I'd like to check their wares, if you don't mind. I wonder if something happened.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Dahnans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Lagiel?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Dahnan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elde Menancia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part. That you fight alongside me. Not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elder Menancia Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renan than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense. Enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renan hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Dahnans and Renans wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shionne?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Mahag Saar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms.
Ow!
Form!
How's this?
Eagle Dive! Explosive Ring!
Water, stay ready. We gotta jump for cover, okay?
You're mine!
Here.
You made quick work of them.
Want me to pick up your slack
I'll
then?
be saving
Just pointing it
you.
at...
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle. Let's dispose of the trash.
Dragon Form! Sword Ring Alpha! Try this!
Water, here we go, company.
Whirlwind Snap!
Glacial Steel.
You're
Raging
mine!
Cascade.
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Take this!
Attack time!
Huh?
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
No, I wasn't!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
No choice! You're mine!
Pierce
Burn!
Photon Blast! Lightning Condemn! Freeze Lancer! Thunder Blade!
Come and face me!
Where are you going? It's time.
Blow away! We are freaking invincible!
These little
And
ones
the
are
others
hardly worth
truly
our
are
time.
strong.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart here.
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Where should I cast my line? Ha! I've got something. Ugh. Good fishers always keep their cool. Ha! Reel it in. Ugh. 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 She's got a good size to her, all told.
That fish put up a fight. Good catch.
Yeah! I've got something. Good fishers always keep their cool. I've got a good feeling about this one. Good fishers always keep their cool. All right. Dagnabbit, it got away. Hup. All right. I'll let you go this time. Hup. There we go. I'll get you next time. There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Not too shabby, friend.
There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
This should definitely keep you guys full.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shion.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before.
Oh my god.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Touching the woman?
I'd find a better place to sleep if I were you.
Time to save and get about it. Go to bed.
Morning. Ready to head out?